Sauce on me. I got drip. Flood the rest. It's homage to the.
Hey kings and queens, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Anique. How y'all doing or whatever? How y'all doing or whatever? Hey kings and queens, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Anique and Anique Budgets, and on here we do cash stuffing, budgeting, paying off for that, and mind our business, but not necessarily in the full orders. So clock in if you like that. Lock in, because no shade no tea, baby. We love to have you here with me. Okay, so join the family, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, like the video, and leave a comment down below. But as you guys can see, we're doing a budget with me, y'all, and if this is your first time budgeting, if it's your first time getting your life together to eat, welcome. And so let me show you how I budget my money to help you budget your money, so we can budget our money, so we can, you know, get with your friends, get with my friends, doing budget things, all those things. So let's get into the video. What's up, y'all? Hey, how y'all doing up close and personal, because I need y'all to see what we talking about. Okay, see what we talking about. So in today's video, we're gonna go over my paycheck on budget. But before we do, because I'm recording this on lunch, let me show y'all what I got from the dining facility. We'll be taking my monies. Okay, so today we have some watermelon. That's what they have. Then we have some pretty strawberries. So these are the fruits that we are having for lunch today. And then they also have this aloe vera water. Okay, don't sleep on it, baby, because this hits every time, and it keeps you, I think, hydrated. It's so good every time. I got two of them things, because if you had to do it once, baby, go ahead and do it twice. It was so good, had to do it twice. So I got two of them things. And then for the main course, you know, in today's lunch, we are having Philly cheesesteak and fries with a little bacon and cheese on the side. Okay, come on. You know, it ain't McDonald's, it ain't Burger King, but we loving it. All right, so that's my lunch for today. Why that's included in the video, don't ask me. You know, just shoot, just so you know. Probably wasn't a smart idea to eat that fry right before I'm going to talk, you know. But anyways, so when you are doing your budget, you like to write down what exactly are your bills that's going to fall within this budget. So for some people, they like to do have all of their bills, and then they do a bills account and they put that money in. I used to be one of those people. And then you have the other people who's like, hey, listen, I only get paid this amount. I can't afford to pay all my bills all at once, so I have to break them down by paychecks, which this is what I am doing in this check. Slightly off, but slightly the same. So with my bills, the one that got dates that's accounted for, that's always on time clocking in, I have my Patreon is on the 1st, America on the 1st, Internet on the 3rd, and phone bill on the 10th, and Canva on the 11th. Now, I do have two paychecks, one on the 1st and one on the 8th, but I did decide that what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my first paycheck to basically pay for all of my bills up until the 15th, because that's what my 1st and 8th paycheck would have done. And then once I get to my 15th check, then I'll go ahead and I will pay the rest of the bills for the end of the month. You do not have to do it like this, baby. This is what works for me. Figure out what works for you, and then do that, because does all the things for you, child. Makes your budget so much easier. Knowing when your bills come out is what makes it the easiest. Okay, so clock that, find out what that is, and do that. But for me, this is how I'm doing this February 1st paycheck. Again, figure out when your bills is due and do what's best for you. Okay, so my check today that we are going for salary is $1,016.08. Okay, so that's what I got paid for my one February check, and we do not foresee any additional funding. So that $1016.08 is literally what we're going to be breaking down in this check. Now we're moving down to my expenses, which I've already, you know, told you guys, hey, I'm paying for my first through my 15th bill, even though I'm going to have two paychecks in between within that time frame, right? The 1st and the 8th check. But I decided, hey, I can deal with it. So my Patreon, what I'm budgeting for is $17.50, because that's that bill. Merrick is my dad in Jamaica, and I usually send him $100. My internet service is $86.44. My phone bill, I do not know the actual amount for my phone bill because I do live in South Korea, and so I do pay currency conversion amount, but I always budget more than what that is. So for me, for the past 5-6 months since I've been here, it's fluctuated between $50 and $57. So what I do is I always round up, you know, whether that's investing, whether that's tithes for the Lord, and whether that is this phone bill. I round up so I'm not shortchanged, I'm overpaid. You feel me? So that is $60 is what we're budgeting for, and then Canva is $12.99. So boom. Okay, these are all of my bills that I have up until the 15th. Now, other things that I put in expenses that are not necessarily expenses, child, okay, but they are a problem. Well, let me not say a problem, but they are things that I am fully aware of and keep track of, are my investing, because I want to make that a priority. So instead of me putting it down here in additional saving, I decided to put it under my expenses because it's upfront and personal, so you can't miss it. Okay, you cannot go wait until all the way over here before you start taking that into consideration. You take that into consideration over here. Okay, and that's invested in myself, invested in whatever I want to do, whether that's buying a program or that's buying stocks, whatever I want to do, as long as I am putting my investment first, just like how I put my bills and the Lord in tithes. Okay, so my investment, what I do is I put 10% towards 10% of my check towards investing. So my investing for this check, since I have $1,016 and 10% of that is $101.60, I'm gonna do $102 because again, we always round up. So that is $102 right there. And then, you know, it's February, but I was acting a fool in January, so we have to pay off our credit card, and so I'm going to do that. So my January credit card balance that I had left under was $366.08, and I paid it off. I'm not playing these games. I paid it off. I just did. And then the last but not least is office water. So I don't want to say every month, but I started it. So what I basically did was like, yo, we have bottled jug, like 5-gallon bottles in our offices, and I was just like, every time we needed to buy water, we had to like, hey, do you have money for this? Do you want to put in for that? Do you want to put in for this? I was like, ain't nobody got time for that. So I made it a flat rate. Hey, we're gonna do $20, and then we'll be able to buy however many water repeatedly until that fund runs out, and then we'll just add the next 20 and so on and so forth. So the money had run out, or is about to run out, because we just refilled our last stock that we could, and so it was time to re-up. So the office water is $20, and this usually lasts me for three recycles, which usually is about like 2 to 3 months, because they do be drinking water in that damn office, y'all. They do. So yeah, so I have to pay my $20, which, you know, it is what it is. And so this is all my expenses that I'm tracking, that I'm willing to pay on my first February paycheck. So my bills are not optional, but the other ones, which are my invested, my January credit card, and my office water, those are optional things. And even though I didn't have to pay them with the 1st February, I also took in consideration what my 8th February check was going to look like, because, you know, depending on what hours you're in work schedule that you have, this might be a more or less check. I'm on salary, so my check is my check, but everyone else who's not on salary and they do, you know, you get paid by the hour, that is basically what I would take into consideration when you're doing your budget. So for me, with all my bills, who is calling me, child? Oh, my best friend's calling me. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl, what you doing?
Recording a video on lunch.
Oh, you heard the news?
What news, child?
Girl, they done traded Anthony Davis to the Mavericks for Luka Doncic and Markieff Morris, okay?
For the Lakers?
Okay. Yes, okay.
I heard about it. I don't know. I have no idea, but go ahead. I'm listening to you.
Because why you ain't tell me when you heard about it? You knew I wasn't going to be okay.
First of all, I even explained that I was a Lakers fan by association. Matter of fact, I've reneged on that statement, and I said I'm a LeBron fan by association. I had to get my fandom right. So please, okay, spare me.
But the good thing is we're fit, flexible, and adaptable, and we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us, you know?
100%. The United States Air Force. And that, y'all, is the conversation. Okay, so back to the budget. All right, so like I was saying, you know, clock in, got all the numbers. My total for my expenses is gonna come up to $765.01. And so when I take that away from this 1016.08 minus 765.01, that leaves me with $251.07. So now we're gonna go down to the cash envelopes. Okay, so boom, now we're going in this section, right? If you've never heard of cash envelopes before, what they are is your everyday things, your everyday essentials that you be buying. Okay, so just like you need food, shelter, and clothing, you gonna need these. You need food, groceries, you need shelter, your car, and your well, I don't know what to tell you, but let's back it up. Food, shelter, and clothing the same way. So you need laundry, you need to wash your clothes, you need feminine products, you need shower gel, you need laundry detergent, you need toilet paper, those things. And it comes in all of these subcategories, right? And hair care, because we do need shampoo and conditioner. So for me, my subcategories includes tithes, groceries, gas allowance, toiletries, household, hair care, and miscellaneous. Those are my categories under cash envelopes, which is everyday. You feel me? Or it is more often than weekly. Let me say that because let me back up. The tithes is not an everyday thing, but you can be a giver every day because when the Lord do it. But at least weekly, you'll be using tithes, right? So for me, I put tithes in my cash envelopes because one, I don't want to forget giving to the Lord because the Lord be giving to me, be blessing me. Shout out to the G-O, big G, okay, big G-O-D. But yeah, so your everyday binder of things you might need. If you want to buy a snack, your allowance, you know. If you need to buy, I don't know, something for Vicks. If you need to buy Vicks, that could be under miscellaneous. Things that you would buy every day, but you don't think about. So, anyways, back to filling them out. So, for me, for my tithes, I always do 10% of whatever my check is. So, again, just like how I am investing $102 in investments, I'm doing $102 for the Lord because, again, blessing me, so blessed is the Lord. So, $102 for the Lord. And then groceries, I am going to do $10. Gas, I'm going to do $5 because your girl has been using it. And I'm also getting my hair, y'all. So, I live at one base. I got to go to a next base. And I got to pay to go to that next base. So, I am going to be saving up for that trip. And so, that trip for traveling there is going to cost me $40 for traveling there and back. And that does not include me getting my hair done and I'm getting a facial. Oh my god. I'm getting a facial. I haven't gotten one of those in like years. I'm so excited. Allowance is getting $0 because we know you know. Playa. Oh my god. Yes. Okay, and then toiletries. What is toiletries getting? Toiletries is getting... Ooh, what is toiletries getting? We're gonna do $1 because we really don't need anything. I just finished my first bottle of shower gel and I have a whole full bottle left, so I don't need. I'm gonna give household $5 because she do need or she will need, you know. And then hair care, I'm going to do, what am I feeling for hair care? We're gonna do $1 because I didn't plan to give, and then miscellaneous is $0. I didn't plan on giving hair care that much money. I didn't plan on giving most of my cash envelope and sinking funds during this go around on this check a lot of money, simply because we got a lot of bills okay, to pay. And so instead of me using this check, I'm gonna use my next check to basically offset that. So that's what we plan to do. So when we do the calculation of cash envelopes, that's 102 plus 10 plus 5 plus 1 plus 5 plus 1. That's $124. Ooh, I'd love to see it. Okay. And so for my $251.07 minus $124, I have $127.07 left. Okay, I see you. All right, so for me, what I like to do is with my emergency fund, I like to make sure little baby be taking them cents and put them in the bank, and then whatever else I need to do, I will basically, if I need to cash or whatever, I will do cash then. But for me, originally, we need to make sure that the cents be in the bank and stay in the bank, because I don't carry coins on me. I just don't. Okay, so for me, I'm gonna put in emergency fund $10.07. That takes away that 7 cents right there, so we know we're good. And then these sinking funds, let me bring it down. If you do not know what sinking funds are, they are your long-term things. So if you want to travel to another place, if you have a birthday coming up, if you have a big purchase that you want to make but you have to save for it over time, those are what your sinking funds are. So I have an emergency fund section and I have the regular travel section. So my emergency fund is things like my home, car, any of those that need to have stuff. You have car maintenance. You're going to have to get an oil change at some point. You might have to buy tires at some point. Like, all of these things are going to come up. So you might as well start saving for them. So that's what sinking funds are. And then for the same thing in travel, like I'm going to Japan for my birthday in June, and then I know I want to buy this dining room set for my home when I leave here and move into my next home, which is most likely an apartment. And then I have family birthdays, and then for skincare, I want to buy this whole thing of skincare before I leave Korea, because skincare in Korea eats down. Okay, so those things I know are coming up and I'm planning for them. So that's what sinking funds are. You know, they're long-term goals. They're a couple weeks, couple months, but they're long-term, and you know, clock in because you locked in, because you know you want these. And so you start planning ahead and start saving your money for them. But for this check, again, none of these little bad boys was going to get all this money. They're getting some money, but not all of this money. So what I'm going to do is, I'm being nice. I'm going to get everybody $1 for my emergency fund. Because, like, again, all things planned, okay? Sis has a low priority binder and high priority binder, and she put $1 in some of them, and then she put more in the other ones, and you never see it add up until you see it add up. Because baby, look in here, I did a cash exchange. This alone, let me show y'all, this part alone is ones. That's all ones, and you would not think that it would add up, but once you see it, once it adds up, it adds up. So never sleep on adding $1 to your cash envelopes, because, or any of your sinking funds or any of your binders, because every dollar makes up. So we have $1 for travel. I'm going to do $1 for travel. For my birthday, since it's coming up, I still want to add something, so I'm going to do $5. I'm also going to do the same thing for home, because like I said, I want to buy this dining room set situation thing, and it's like $300-400. We haven't even talked about shipping and taxes, so yeah, that was just base prices. So that's that. For clothing, I'm gonna do $1. For family birthday, I'm gonna do $1. And then for skincare, I'm gonna do $1. Yeah, it's gonna be $1 gang. So now under sinking funds, it's gonna be 10.07 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. That's 3, 4 plus 10 for the 5, and a 5 plus 3 for those. So that is $27. $27.07. Look at me. I did not know it was going to come up to $27 even. Damn, I'm good. So that is $27.07. So that means we have $100 remaining. Love to see it, y'all. And then finally, we're going to move down to my additional savings, which includes all of my saving challenges, 1 month ahead and subscription. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add $5 to each of these. So 1 month ahead is going to be $5. Then subscription is going to be $5. And then my saving challenges is going to be $90, because if you don't know, your girl is playing savings bingo. She's playing money roulette. She's doing the mini challenges. We're doing a whole lot of, and baby, we gonna eat, okay? Swing ho, we gonna eat. So gotta get into it. So this brings me a total of $100 here, and so that leaves me with $0.00 here. And then under additional debt, which if you have debt and you want to pay more other than what your minimum is, because that's what you put under expenses. I don't have any debt. Oh my god, that's a flex. But if I had, I would put the minimum amounts that I have underneath here, and then if I'm doing additional payments over here, then I will put it in this section for whatever I want to do additional there, right? So for me, I could put for my January CC, I could for my Navy Fed credit card, which is one of my bills, but I don't have anything going towards it until I have something going towards it. I could have put like, oh my god, $20 is the minimum requirement, but then I do an additional like, oh my god, $100 here. So in total, $120 is going to my credit card, but my minimum requirement is $20, and then I added an extra $100. But like I said, I don't have any, so that will be $0.00 total and $0.00 remaining. So that is it. That is all. A whole lot of talking, a little bit of conversation, side swipe, some food and stuff, all of the above. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it is informative and help you on your budgeting journey. My name is Anik, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.
How you wanna do it? How you wanna get it? I'm out that, out of my mind. Can't even talk, can't even walk. Bad little thing.